What's up guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're in another Lotus Elise. This one is also an 05, just like the completely bone stock example I drove last year. But this one is far from stock. So this here's Damien. Tell me about your car.
Sure, I got this car 2 years ago. It's a 05 Elise with touring package. It actually doesn't come with sports package, but there's a bunch of track mods in it. When I was looking for a car for track days, at the time I was actually trying to get a S2000. But the thing is, like at that time, well, actually it is still now, the market for S2000 is like super hot.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So at the time I test drove quite a few S2000s, but every time when I found a decent enough model, I hesitated a little bit more.
Someone else snatched it up,
yeah,
right? Someone
just snatched it overnight. So I got super frustrated, and then I accidentally actually came across the Lotus forums, and I was like, hey, the Lotus Elise is not that much more expensive than a decent enough S2000,
right.
And you know, it's really unique. It's got a tiny engine, like 1.8 Toyota
2ZZ.
Right?
Yep.
It revs really high, like up to 8,500. Because it's so lightweight, on the track you can brake so late. It's like much later than any other car. And at the end of the day, it wears very little. I mean, you don't have to change your brake pads or that often than heavier cars do. So it's actually a very cost-effective and fun track day car. I love it.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I never thought about the cost-effective part of it.
There's no mods to the power unit. It's still the stock unit, 2ZZ. There's this Reverie carbon fiber splitter in the back. There's a Larini 6-inch exhaust in the back. APR side skirts, and that's pretty much it. It's mostly aerial mods.
So aero mods, okay.
Yes, no power mods. The one thing I did to make it better is to upgrade the shifter from the stock shifter to the Sector111. I think it's called smooth shifter kit.
So let's push this car a little harder here and see how it compares to my memory of that stock Elise, which was pretty incredible.
Yeah, let's see that.
Well, the exhaust sounds good right away.
Yeah. The exhaust is pretty loud.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like the S2000, honestly.
And when you rev it over 6,500, when the second cam opens
the cam, I can hear it. Woo. The brakes are very effective.
Yeah, so the brake discs actually come from Sector111.
Okay.
It's a floating disc, slotted. It's not big brake kit because, you know, for such a lightweight car, you don't really need big brake kits.
Accelerates very well for a 190 horsepower car.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy because I'm not getting anywhere near the cornering limits of the car yet, but it still feels so fast.
The car's got really high corner limits. So
yes, it does.
Actually, I'm not even close to hitting that on the track yet.
The ride is a little bit bumpy over this unsmooth section of road.
Yeah.
I can tell the chassis is just flexing just a little bit. So I'll be honest, I wasn't comfortable pushing it that hard right off the bat. But even at 60-70% of its limit, the car just is so visceral. It gives me so much feedback. The steering, hands down, top 1 or 2 cars I've ever driven in terms of just raw, pure steering feel.
Rumor has it they're gonna bring those cars back, the next generation, to the US, like in 2020.
What engines will those have though?
I'm not sure because the 2ZZ is obviously out of production now. So let's see, maybe a V6 hopefully.
It's not going to be a high revving naturally aspirated 4-cylinder anymore, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, that's like a unicorn nowadays.
Something about this engine is just so special. Not that I've driven a V6 Exige or, well, no, I drove that Evora S.
Oh yeah, that's the V6.
Yeah, that V6, like that was a
Right.
supercharged one. It was really
Right.
torquey, very, very effective at accelerating. It just feels at all RPMs you just have plenty of torque and you can just, it's very flexible, which is great for daily driving. But when I'm in a back road, I want to rev it out and like, you know, hear that shriek of the engine.
Yeah.
And the 2ZZ does a perfect job of that.
Yeah, that's always the key difference between a naturally aspirated engine versus any like forced induction. You can feel the lateral G pulling you hard, right?
So much grip.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
The tire's not even making any noise.
Are almost too effective.
Yeah, I know. On a track day, I had to learn to brake really late. Otherwise, I'll be like stopping at the apex.
This is unreal. One corner. Oh my god. Position is just absolutely phenomenal. Like you sit so low, you have great visibility out the front. Even the back is pretty good because there's no supercharger. You have a rear windshield.
Yeah, clear view.
Everything falls to hand really nicely. The shifter, the steering. One minor complaint is for street driving, because the brakes are so sensitive. I wish the throttle pedal was a little closer to me, just so I can heel toe a little more easily.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually really like this interior. People give, you know, Lotus interiors a lot of flack for being too bare bones and like too simple, but I really appreciate that simplicity. Like it all goes towards, you know, Colin Chapman's vision of, you know, lightweight is better, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're going 8,000 RPMs, diving into a corner, lane braking, you don't give a damn about what's in the interior. You're just looking ahead.
Yeah. No cup holder.
No cup holders.
Anything.
So how has your ownership experience been with regards to like maintenance cost and reliability?
Oh yeah, reliability, like it's surprisingly very reliable and very affordable to keep up. Actually, there's an interesting comparison with my old BMW E46 M3. That M3 was a much more expensive car to maintain.
I know people sometimes hate when I do this comparison, but to me, this car is just an S2000 turned up to 11. Like everything turned up, just an extra notch. The S2000 is already, really raw, rewarding, pretty lightweight car at 2,800 pounds. But this car is 800 pounds lighter. That's just insane. It's insane. And it's better balanced, has better traction, better steering feel by far. This car just embodies everything about that, that ethos of lightweight, high revving sports car.
Kids.
Little kids. I'm getting a lot of recognition, even though it's not my car. Kids, man. At least they appreciate cool cars.
Yeah.
Teenagers these days just don't give a damn about cars anymore. It makes me sad.
Yeah, self-driving cars.
Yeah, come on.
Don't even bother driving.
This car's a giant middle finger to self-driving cars. So thanks, Damien, for letting me drive your Lotus Elise.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure the title of that first Lotus Elise video I did was like my new favorite canyon carver. This one's my new favorite canyon carver, just because it has that extra little edge, the exhaust, the aero. So thanks guys for watching my video. If you like my channel, please comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh wow, your seat moved.
Oh.
What the heck?
Okay.
I guess it wasn't locked in place.
Ah.
Okay. That was a close call.